What's going on, Raider Nation? It is draft day. Let's go. Salute to everybody in the chat pulling up. It is your guys' host, Ed Raider and Raider Nate. We are Raiders Primos.
Oh, God.
Primo Nate, what is going on, man? It is draft day. How you feeling?
It feels like it's about to be a party up in here, depending on how we draft. So I hope it's gonna be a good day.
It's gonna be a fire day today. It's gonna be a fire day. Salute to Sean Johnson, who has been hitting me up. He has salute Primos. I see you found my top 10 interesting, and I did. I'm actually gonna bring up his top 10. And here it is, the first 10 picks. His final prediction. This is how he basically sees that the top 10 tonight is gonna go. He has Carolina taking Bryce Young. He has Houston taking Will Anderson. He has two trades happening. He has Tennessee trading with Arizona to jump to the third overall pick, take Anthony Richardson. Indianapolis is going to take Will Levis. Seattle is going to pick Tyree Wilson. Detroit will either pick Witherspoon or Gonzalez. Philadelphia will trade with the Las Vegas Raiders to jump to the 7th position. They are going to draft Jalen Carter. Atlanta is going to draft CJ Stroud. That is a interesting take right there. The Las Vegas Raiders, they don't pick CJ Stroud. They trade out of the 7th round pick, and they are going to go pick Spoon or Gonzalez when they trade back to the I believe that's the 10th overall position. And Chicago will get Paris Johnson Jr. Nate, I wanted to get your take on this real quick because this is something interesting. We talked about CJ Stroud a lot and talked about how he's linked to the Raiders. He wants to play for the Raiders. How would you feel about that playing out? Let's say CJ Stroud falls to the 7th position, but instead of the Raiders picking Stroud, they trade back to the 10th overall pick and they miss out on grabbing CJ Stroud. How would you feel about that? And let's say they pick a cornerback, like it's either Gonzalez or Witherspoon at the cornerback position instead. How are you feeling about that?
If maybe that would be a great decision. If that would be the go-to decision if CJ Stroud wasn't there at 7. But since CJ Stroud was there at 7, that you could tell if they did that, that would be probably the most tough call you would have to make at that position. Because
you would to fall back into the 10th, and I mean you fall back into the 10th, you probably get a little bit more picks, maybe another 2nd round pick. Yeah. You're not falling too far behind. I do like where we can go with that direction, trading back. My only thing is the CJ Stroud hype worth taking him at 7? I think it is. You know, a lot of people think he was going to be a top 5 pick, and the only reason he was going to fall was because of the S2 cognitive exam that he scored 18% on. Bombed that test, but the film speaks otherwise. He has the pocket presence, he has the arm, he has the mobility to be a top quarterback in the league. I would see why not pick him at 7. But I can also say trading back will get you a lot of more draft picks, meaning we can also utilize the holes on this defense even more. You can go from 12 picks to 14 picks to 16 picks. Like, you can have a lot of draft capital in this year's draft. Why not take a chance on getting more draft capital, building more of the defense? We got General Manager Walt in the building. Walt, how's it going? So here's the plan, you guys. We're going to have a preview. This is basically draft kickoff. This is Raiders Primos draft kickoff show. We're gonna preview round one. We're also gonna talk. We're gonna talk Raiders. We're gonna look at a couple of mock drafts. We're also gonna look around the news around the league. We're gonna talk some Aaron Rodgers. How do we feel? Our reaction to the Aaron Rodgers trade, and how does that affect the Raiders moving? How does that affect the Raiders in this draft? Well, for me, it affects them in a lot of ways, specifically with the quarterback position. But Nate, you ready to get into it, bro?
Yes, I.
All right, let's rank. Let's look at the quarterback rankings from PFF. The quarterback rankings, as we know, it is going to be Bryce Young, number one. They say Young is the best playmaker at the quarterback position in the draft class. He can get you a bucket. Young earned a 92.2 grade in 2021 when he won the Heisman, and he followed it up with a 91.5 grade in 2022. Now, let's say you're taking a chance on Bryce Young if you're the Raiders. Now, I know a lot of people do not want Bryce Young with the Raiders, and also because they feel he's not even going to be there at 7. But there has been rumors speculating that if the Raiders were to trade up to 3, it's not just for CJ Stroud. It could potentially be for Bryce Young. How are you feeling about Bryce Young potentially being the Raider?
There's a lot of ups and downs conversation dealing with Bryce. Um, but yeah, if that would be a bold move for him and for us in our future. Um, that would wait.
It would. It would. No, you're right. It would be
Yeah.
a bold move. Taking Bryce Young, like trading up for Bryce Young. I said you don't trade up for anybody unless it's CJ Stroud. That's the only guy I'm trading up for. I'm not picking up any other quarterbacks. If I'm trading up like that are worthy for a trade up, if they fall to you, great. But trading up, CJ Stroud's the only guy I'm trading up for. Wall says he sees us trading down from 7 and maybe trading up for 70. Walt, I can see this happening, especially with trading down from 7. I think that is the most likely outcome that is going to come from today's draft. I really believe we are not going to pick at 7. We are definitely going to likely trade down. I say maybe 11 or 12. Maybe we can even get another first round pick. Hear me out on this. Let's say we get another second round pick and we use that second round pick to trade back into the first round, and you can get another star defensive player that would potentially go in the first round. You could get a star corner if you haven't picked a corner already, a star linebacker, a star defensive end. You can really beef up this defense if you have multiple first round picks. Walt says he would take a crap on PFF. He probably would. He probably would. Shout out to Sean Johnson again. I make this trade because I want 2 seconds for Drew Sanders or Jack Campbell and offensive guard Cody Mock. Lock this O line up to protect Jimmy. I want CJ Stroud at 7, but I feel Ziegler will listen to calls. How do you feel about? I think I like this scenario.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this, Nate? I'll give my take on it after you.
I really like it because the second round, man. Like, the second round is the second round. And it's probably like the most talked about like area of a draft in a while, considering the defense for people that want defense. I like it. Like no, like us, like just looking at like the past mock drafts and like seeing how many like weapons there is, or potential weapons in the second round is I really like it.
I like it too. I mean, let's keep it going. We're gonna keep ranking. Here's the rank. Then they have number 2 in CJ Stroud, and then number 3 they got Will Levis. Number 4 Anthony Richardson, and 5 Hendon Hooker. And then 6 Tanner McKee, 7 Dorian Thompson Robinson, 8 Jake Hayner, 9 Clayton Tune, and 10 Stenson Bennett from Georgia. I would say this: out of those 10 quarterbacks, Nate, who are you going with? Who is the quarterback you want the Raiders to go grab? Like,
Oh, in the top 10
yeah, out of those top 10.
between it would be between CJ and Anthony.
All right. Why Anthony? I'll ask you that. Why Anthony?
Because he's like a wrestle.
Yeah, I was like, you're going to base off his combine. His combine was great. Showed a lot of ball placement that was really good. He had a couple, I would say, 2 overthrows that I seen. His 40 time was like for a quarterback to run and how big he is. I mean, the thing is, it's like a Cam Newton. You're just hoping he don't play like Cam Newton. If he was to get drafted to the Raiders, hopefully he is not a Cam Newton. Let's then go into this is a position that I know a lot of people will look at like we don't need, but the running back position. You got Bijan Robinson, you got Jameer Gibbs, Zach Carbonnet, Devin Ackney, Tajay Spears, Tank Bixby, Dwayne McBride, Rashawn Johnson, Chase Brown, and Deuce Vaughn. Honestly, I'm just naming off the running backs, guys. Honestly, I don't see the. I seen a crazy mock. I seen the craziest mock that someone had the Raiders picking Bijan Robinson in the first round.
Bro.
Like, that's our first round pick. Think about it. What if if the Raiders pull some shit like that, bro? Drafting a running back in the first round.
Well, hopefully it's a Christian McCaffrey.
Man, forget that. Let's go. Let's then go. We're gonna go to the interior defensive line. Now I know everybody. Jalen Carter, number one. Jalen Carter's number one. Khalid Kancey's two. Mozzie Smith is three. Brian Brees is four. Canu Benton is five. Canu Benton is weird. He's actually going up draft boards. Six, Kobe Turner. Seven, Psyche Ika. And Ben's only up on draft boards in the second round, not first round, guys. Moro Ojomo from Texas, Zach Pickens, and Jervon Dexter. Nate, I think we already know who would you like, but who would you like as your defensive tackle? Who you getting?
I mean, obviously, we've already seen the areas that we fit in terms of like our draft picks. Like our second draft pick would like be like around the Ica, the Ica area, and our first draft pick right now our first draft pick would be Jalen Carter. And pretty much any of those two people, like if they're available, and if we actually have a draft pick there, which who knows because trades happen. You know, those two.
Let's go. Will we go? Do you think going defensive tackle in the first round is the right way to go? I think because I think you can go corner and you could get a defensive tackle in the second round, like Canu Benton, as Sean Johnson is gonna, he's saying right here, is the guy Patrick Graham wants. You could get him in the top of the second round, and day two. Would you rather go get star corner and then get a guy that Patrick Graham wants?
I mean, they've looked at them better than we have, and he said he wants them, so sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the most info on the people, the kids. So,
shout out to Walt. Walt says, rumor is Belichick likes Levis. If he drops to 7, some have New England, who's at 14, trading up to 7 and giving us a 46 and a 4th or Mac Jones. I'm not taking Mac Jones. I would rather take another 4th round pick. I'm not taking Mac Jones.
We already have
we already have a quarterback. Don't see why we need to get another quarterback. I would take this trade at 14. I think I just think Gonzalez or Witherspoon, they might not be there at 14. That is probably the risk you're taking, trading that far down. Now, adding another second round pick and then adding another 4th, if you could get more draft capital, why not take it? But I think depending how the draft is going and how far they're trading back, it depends if Gonzalez and Witherspoon, they know they're going to be there at 14. What about you, Nate? Would you do that trade? You trading back down?
Well, like you said, like we already have our quarterback that's like we don't need another one, but
But it's a fourth
yeah.
or Mac Jones.
And then in the 14, I mean, I like where the 46 is because, it's around there in the second. But the 14 is like, I don't know. I don't know who's really going to be there at 14. So.
Let's see. If you do that trade, you would have with the Raiders, you would have 30, you would have pick 39, and then you have pick 46. So you're in the top. You're kind of almost in the top 20 in the second round. Not
Yeah,
even kind of. You are in the top 20.
I like that actually.
This is a good take. This is actually a good take. Mac Jones is
Yeah.
24. Jimmy G is brittle, and Mac Jones did have a Pro Bowl season with Josh McDaniels. Um, yeah, they'll have 38 and 46. And salute to Freight Train. Freight Train, our guy coming in.
Freight train. Yeah.
I wish I had like a train noise so I could do that. Now,
That'd be
Walt
sick.
says some have Canute Ben going in the second. That is a lot of the mock drafts that I've been seeing. Walt says I have him going at 65 to Houston, top of the third. We're at pick of 70, which is a scenario I could see us trading up from 70 to grab a guy like Ben. I would like that unless you can trade. I wouldn't trade down in the second round, but I'm saying if you could fly back into the second round, like maybe in the late second round and get Ben, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with seeing us trading up for 70. And also, it's system guys. They want to go out and get system guys, which we seen last season didn't really play out to the Raiders' advantage. Like they want players that fit their system, not just the athletic ability that they have or the big name, the hype that they're getting around. They need to fit in their system. How do you like this scenario playing out, Nate? Trading up from 70 to try to overlap Houston and going to get a guy like Canute Benton, a defense tackle.
To be honest, anyway, on anyhow trading up to get more picks in the second round, I'm for. Because, like, holy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sean says, I thought about it. We took Neil Farrell Jr. and Matthew Butler last season. So I don't see a defensive tackle in the first round. It's making more sense for a cornerback. And yeah, that's where I'm at, Sean. Like, I just see us taking a corner. Like, I feel like the writing is on the wall that we are taking a cornerback. The only way we take a quarterback is if CJ Stroud somehow is falling off the board and the Raiders want to trade up. But it just makes more sense to me that we want to go build this defense. Ziegler has made it a vocal point that this defense did not play well last year and that there's a lot of holes that they have to do as as a front office to make the Raiders defense be better. So I'm definitely the writing is on the wall for a corner. It is on the wall. Walt says, get Mac Jones, and then we don't need to draft a quarterback. That is true. That is true. And then you can really focus on the defense that way. I mean, Nate, would you be doing that? Would you want to get Mac Jones just so you don't have to draft a quarterback? And then you can use the rest of your picks. You can use the rest of your picks on corner, or not corners, but on defense.
My thing is that I actually did want Mac Jones, but that was before we got Jimmy.
Okay.
But like now, I feel like getting Mac Jones is like, what do you do with Jimmy?
I mean,
It's
Jimmy
like,
would still be the bridge quarterback.
you think Mac Jones would be just like chilling
A
there?
backup. Hey, the thing is, we said it time and time again. Jimmy Garoppolo he stayed healthy?
As a Niner, yeah, no.
We're hoping he stays healthy. Don't get me wrong, but if he doesn't stay healthy, wouldn't you be comfortable having a guy like Mac Jones as your backup?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And also, yes, like Walt says, we got to remember Jimmy G is basically on a 1-year contract. His contract setup is just like how Derek Carr's contract was set up. If they want to get out of that contract, they can get out of the contract. Wouldn't it be better to have Mac Jones? And then, like Walt says, you wouldn't have to draft a quarterback.
Yeah. I mess with it. I mean, I did like Mac. I feel like I did.
Wall said I did one trade in my last mock. I traded down to the Titans, which a lot of people do have us doing. He says getting their 72 overall pick and getting a fourth. And he has Gonzalez dropping to 11 and then us drafting Hooker at 38, adding more draft capital. That is already like a good start. If that happens, I'm cool with that scenario. You getting Christian Gonzalez at 11, star cornerback, and then you get Hendon Hooker, a future quarterback. If you don't trade with the Patriots, you can have Hooker sit for 1 year, learn under Jimmy G, and you can continue building that defense. I like that
That would
scenario.
be a W.
I like that scenario better. Shout out to Linnell for popping in. How do you feel if Jalen Carter falls, Nate? You taking Carter at 7, or you entering cost for that 7th overall pick? Because I think that's where people are stuck at. Is if Carter falls, and you wanna get your defensive tackle of the future, but you also want to go get you got cornerbacks that are on the board that can be a difference maker, and you can still go get a defensive tackle in the second round. On top of that, having more draft capital, which side are you picking?
That would be at 7, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And at that point, um, I feel like we would still, I really like the Walt scenario, like right before this. That's what I feel like.
This one.
Yeah.
So trade down, even if Carter's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. But Linnell hits you with this. Corners are a lot deeper than the D line. So would you still trade back? Because this is true. There's a lot, like there's corners in the third, fourth round that can be sleepers.
Well, that's with like every position.
Yeah, you're right. I hear you. But the thing is, Carter is a beast on the field. We've seen the film. He can get through blocks. Like he's making it's like a man amongst boys out there. You want that on your defensive line. You pair him up with Max Crosby and Chandler Jones. Wouldn't you want to take that? But then again, we have to go back to Sean Johnson's take, and it's that we drafted Neil Farrell and Matthew Butler last year. So why take a Jalen Carter if you already have 2 young bucks sitting on the bench? It's good to debate. Like it's good. What's your take on that? On that, Nate? Like, would you still go get Carter or will you not? I mean, I agree with Sean on this because there's no for me now. There's really not a reason to get Carter, other than that Carter is probably could be a sensational defensive tackle for years to come, but we don't really know what we got out of Neil Farrell or Matthew Butler. We haven't seen a lot of playing time. And we've seen playing time out of our corners, and our corners suck.
Yeah.
So it's like we need to go get a cornerback because we had Nate Hobbs. That's our cornerbacks as of right now is I believe Nate Hobbs, Amik Robinson, Shirley, who he could be a cornerback on the outside, but I don't want Hobbs on the outside. I don't want it to be Shirley and Hobbs. Like so. Maybe getting Christian Gonzalez to pair up with Shirley, that can be your dynamic duo right there.
Yeah, I would still trade back.
You would trade back?
Yeah.
All right. Sean, shout out to Sean Johnson. Our biggest need is linebacker. And what's great about our biggest needed position on our roster, and no linebacker is graded in the first round, it starts 32nd and up. That is true. That is very true, bro. Linebacker, it's crazy how I did not see a lot of linebackers going in the first round. Like Drew Sanders, I think Trenton Simpson is probably the only linebacker I could see going into the first round. Drew Sanders could fall into the first round, or actually get pushed into the first round. but majority of the linebackers are going into the second round. Like that is what's crazy. And the Raiders could potentially have 2 second-round picks. So that is where we go back to, should we trade down and get more draft capital? I mean, the linebacker position for you, Nate, I mean, give us your
That's
top
all in the second
linebacker.
round.
Like you give us your guy, you like Drew Sanders. You want the Raiders, like you said, as your life depended on it, you go get Drew Sanders.
Yeah.
So, and it is our biggest need. Would you double dip at the linebacker position? And I asked that because would that influence you to make a trade in the first round to trade back and get another second round pick so you can then go get 2 like star linebackers?
I'd be down. I like it. There's a bunch of them.
What linebackers are you looking at for the Raiders to get?
Like if you go down, right, and like you maybe get like Drew and Campbell, like bro.
I like the other guy that Sean Johnson put me on, Dorian Williams from Tulane. So Dorian Williams, Sean, if you could, Sean, put Dorian Williams' stats in the chat just so we can all make sure we're all clear on his stats. But my thing is with Dorian Williams and Drew Sanders is because he shared it with me. Drew Sanders and Dorian Williams both are coverage linebacker guys. What is the one thing that the Raiders need from a linebacker? They need to cover. You got Travis Kelce that you need to cover. You got all of these wide receivers from the Chargers that you need to cover. Mike Williams, Carter. Or no, not Carter. We got DeAndre Carter. I'm thinking of the other guy, the rookie they had like 2 years ago. I think he's going to his third year, something like that. I don't know his name, but I say we got to go based off our division. Broncos, they're going to be pass happy. Chargers, pass happy. Chiefs, pass happy. You need linebackers that can cover. Dorian Williams and Drew Sanders give your best. They're your best guys to do that. They're your best guys to do that. They can cover. They can run. They can stop the run. I like that. Another scenario. Walt says another scenario on the quarterback situation. If Texans draft a quarterback at 2, they got Case Keenum in free agency. If we whiff on a top 5 quarterback, day 3 of the draft, getting Davis Mills for a 5th round pick. Davis Mills is 6'4", 220 pounds, 24-year-old quarterback out of Stanford. Are you making that trade? Me personally, I'm not making that trade. I feel we can get some diamonds in the rough in the 5th round. I'm not getting Davis Mills. I wanted to bring you guys. We're gonna go back to the defense, but let's do another quarterback scenario. Let's say this is now going into the 2024 draft. Let's say the Raiders, they don't do bad, they don't do good. Let's say they finish with like a 9-8 record or 10-7 record, puts them in like the 14 or 15 in the draft picks, right? Would you be okay with that in the sense that the Raiders can trade up and potentially get Drake May or Caleb Williams? Would you be okay with that? They are selling the farm, is what I'm saying. They are selling the farm by picking in the middle of the draft and having to move up to the top 5 or the top 10, likely top 5, and potentially getting a quarterback of next year. Would you be okay with that? Having this drafting defense, and then next year trading up, drafting a quarterback. What's your take on that, Nate?
Because like they said that one kid, the kid that you said, the Williams guy.
Oh, Caleb Williams. Yeah.
He's like a transformer. Like what is he? A robot?
He's an Autobot.
He's a god. Awesome.
That's what apparently people are saying.
Now, who do you think we finish the season with?
What do you mean?
As at quarterback
this season?
Yeah.
Because you're hoping it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
Uh-huh.
But I feel fuck, bro. You know what? I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say Jimmy Garoppolo.
You think a drafted quarterback or Jimmy? Or Jimmy.
I'm thinking Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay. I mess with it. Then yeah.
Because I don't even think if we draft quarterback, I don't even think they see the field this season.
That's tough.
Unless it's CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
And shout out to Digital Perez. If you guys seen the intro, Digital Perez is behind that video. He made it for us. So we just want to give our thanks, give our salute to Digital Perez. Man, it is a fire video that he came up with. Shout out to Walt. We need a cornerback with our first pick, unless maybe Stroud drops. That's why I like talking the draft, because we have all these scenarios, man. All these scenarios. And Walt says here, no.
It's unlimited.
Yeah, see, Walt says no, don't look that far ahead. And I don't want to look that far ahead, but at the same time, it would. This draft will dictate what we do next year. That's what I'm saying. Like it would dictate what we do next year. If we're not going quarterback this year, we're likely going to go quarterback next year, or figure out how. Maybe even Bo Nix. But again, we're going to next year's draft. Let's talk about this year's. General Manager Walt in my last mock had us taking Dorian Williams at number 1 and DeMarvin Overshown at 109 in the 4th. Man, talk about stacking up. All linebackers. Sean Johnson, give me Drew Sanders and Dorian Williams combo. OMG. I also have us double dipping at corner, getting Gonzalez and Garrett Williams. Our defense, bro, can be so improved from last year based off this draft.
Mm-hmm.
We have 12 draft picks. I don't think I've ever been this excited for an NFL draft in Raiders history, because this can really be the year our defense finally gets fixed. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me to think that we can finally fix this shit. And
we could finally fix what we broken down.
Bro, for real. Yeah. We could have built, man, imagine if you build around Khalil Mack instead of securing your franchise in a quarterback that, man, who knew? Who knew?
I blame
Who
Garrett.
knew?
Actually, no, I blame Garrett. If you're in here still, Garrett,
bro,
yeah,
if only he was still in here, man.
So that's why, bro.
Let's see. Sean Johnson says Drew Sanders out of Arkansas. He's 6'4", 235
I'm just
pounds.
eating breakfast.
Has a 1.61 10-yard split, 7.7% run stop, 81% coverage stop. Dorian Williams out of Tulane is 6'1", 228 pounds. Has a 1.5 10-yard split, 9.8% run stop, 93.3 coverage stop. You got 2 of the top coverage linebackers on your team if you draft correctly. I would freaking love. I would say, bro, we won the draft in day 2 if we draft Drew Sanders and Dorian Williams.
That'll be fire. Shoot. Drew Sanders.
Some say Davis Williams came out a year before he did. He'd be a first round pick. We don't know about 2024 quarterbacks. Now you're right. Well, you are correct. I'm just going based off what analysts are saying, and analysts are saying next year's quarterback class is going to be the best quarterback, one of the best quarterback class that's going to come out for a while. And in my head, I'm like, well, they must have forgot the 2020 quarterback class with Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert.
Mid.
And hey, 2 of them went to the Super Bowl.
All of them suck.
Let's see. Sean John says, there's your best top 2 versatile coverage and run stopping linebackers. You're going to get combo. Bro, this will make our linebacking core just so imagine getting a Denzel Perryman that can cover. That's the way I look at it. Because Denzel Perryman couldn't cover for shit, bro. He could run. He could stop the run, but he could not
Wait,
cover.
you forgot something
Yeah.
else.
Huh?
And you got a chip in that can tackle too,
Yeah.
because like he can't tackle.
Well, what is that guy eating? Discuss. He is eating some W's right now. Right, Nate? That's what you eating?
Yeah, sir.
No, what you having for breakfast, bro? I'm over here starving. I'm looking at you
I'm,
eating, bro. And I'm like,
I'm
bro,
chipping away. I'm chipping away on a donut,
you fat mother. You trying to get built for the draft, huh?
bruh.
You trying to gain some weight so you can get picked as a
No, I'm just
linebacker?
grabbing. I'm grabbing pieces off of a donut. That's my breakfast.
Bro, how do you even do that? Like, you
You
don't
just
just
grab. You grab.
okay, like you said grabbing pieces.
You
Like
grab a
I'm
piece.
picturing you grabbing dust off of your donut. Like, what are you grabbing?
Mm-mm. Nah. Oh
What type
yeah,
of
but
donut is it?
it's glazed.
Mid, bro. You want to talk about mid, bro? Glazed donuts is hella mid. Don't start with me, bro. I get on it, bro. We will have a donut debate right now.
Bro, what? Bro, what? Glazed is what started it all. Like, bro, what is this?
Oh, it is all about freaking chocolate, bro. What are you talking about? Like,
Bro,
bro, the chocolate that like is spread on the donut, bro. That's the oh my goodness.
but you can only find good chocolate at specific places. Like you could find any donut spot has good glazed. Like, come on. Like you can't go wrong with glazed.
I'm not saying you can, but I'm just saying it's not the best.
Yeah, it is.
Bro, I don't know, bro. You on something?
Whoa. Blueberry, bro, the last
Hold
time I
up,
had
bro. He's over
blueberry.
here saying grilling pork chops today, corn and mashed potatoes, aside with blueberry.
Oh my gosh. Send the Addy. Send the Addy.
Okay, this is how you know Raider Nate's over here freaking fat, bro.
Oh my, you know what?
Now we like fat people, bro. I'm fat too.
The last time I had, I don't remember the last time I had blueberry pie.
I don't eat pie like that, so I wouldn't know.
That's like, what is this? This sound good.
No, you know what sounds good, bro? Is the mashed potatoes and the corn and the pork chops. Bro, that shit's fire right there. Bro, I'm
Bro,
so hungry,
I,
bro.
I always mix the mashed potatoes and corn.
Oh, bro,
Corn
me
off
too.
the
Oh,
cob.
but with the gravy too, bro, you gotta mix it. You gotta. I feel like that's a law. Like
Mhm.
you gotta mix it.
Facts.
Sean Johnson says even a Jack Campbell and a Dorian Williams combo could work. I mean, here's the thing: it could work, Sean, but I feel like we kind of had. I mean, we kind of had it. Devon Diablo is supposed to be that coverage linebacker, not really. And then Denzel Perryman was the run stopper. Jack Campbell is you're kind of getting that same thing. The only difference is Dorian Williams has shown he can cover. But I feel having two cover linebackers that's going to make your defense really better just based off your division. What do you think about that combo, Nate? Jack Campbell, Dorian Williams. You got a cover linebacker. You got a linebacker that can stop the run.
Um, yeah, 2 for 1. I mean, 2 for 2. I
I mean,
mean,
you
good
got
defense.
Dorian who's versatile. He can stop the run and cover, but you got Jack who can really just run stop. That's it.
Mm, as long as, I mean, shoot, that and Dorian Williams would be in the late second or what?
Dorian when I did my mock drafts, he went into like the third.
Early third, late second.
Yeah, into like the early third.
I mean, shoot, I'll take it. I believe. Okay, some people like they go in between Drew and Campbell. More people like Drew, and I can see why, because I like him. But I mess with Campbell too. I like that. I mess with it. I like it. I like it.
Now we're gonna. We got a question. Question: if we pass on a quarterback with the first pick, say we get a cornerback, are we willing to pass on Hooker and just drafting defense the whole draft? Walt coming in with a really good question.
Yikes! That's on you.
All right. I'm going to say this, Walt. Unless you got a plan for quarterback in the future and you really do not trust any of the quarterbacks coming out of this draft, then yeah, you draft I wouldn't say drafting defense in the whole draft. I would say you still need to go get an offensive lineman, maybe pick up another tight end. But if we're talking about specifically quarterbacks here, I wouldn't pass on Hooker if I felt like I don't have an answer at quarterback for years to come. Like Hooker is probably my best option until when Hooker retires, or when if we're thinking he's the future, then yeah, you don't pass on Hooker. But if you're Ziegler and you're McDaniels, and you're like, we have a plan in place to go get a quarterback next season. We like some late round quarterbacks next season. Then yes, we're passing on Hooker. We are gonna go draft. We're gonna go draft defense. We're gonna go draft the holes that we need. And no, you're right. The guards are slim to none, but I think we only need one guard. Well, we only need one guard, but I would definitely, me personally, not pass on Hooker because I feel like we don't have a plan for future quarterbacks. But if Ziegler and McDaniels feel they do, I can see them passing on Hooker. Because really, let's think about this, Nate. I'm going to fill you in. Let's think about this, Nate. Hooker's your last chance at getting a future quarterback that has some upside to him. The other quarterbacks, yeah, the Jake Hayners, the Jaron Halls, the Stenson Bennettts, the Clayton Toombs, they're late round quarterbacks. They're late round guys that can also have upside to them, but they're late round quarterbacks for a reason. Hooker was projected to go in the first round. So Hooker's kind of like your last kind of chance to taking a true franchise guy, potentially. So would you do that? Would you pass on Hooker to then just draft defense, or what are you going at?
Defense. I mean, Jimmy G chilling. Sure.
You're passing on Hooker, and then Wall has to follow up with this. If we're passing on Hooker, if we pass on Hooker, why not get it says, so why not get Davis Mills for a fifth if we pass on Hooker? He's 24, and you may have him sit also for a year. You're right. Hey, Walt, I like this, bro. I really like this, Walt. I really like what you're doing here. You're making us think, and I like it, bro. He got me thinking over here because it's true. Like, I say no to Davis Mills, but then now that I think about it, you're gonna have a rookie quarterback sit anyway.
Yo, I feel bad for our general managers that gotta make this stuff.
We got K-Town in the building, bro. Hey, K-Town, you want to pull up? We got 20 more minutes, man. You trying to pull up? Talk some draft?
You know what's crazy though is that, like, you know how like nervous they get like when somebody tries to hit you up for a trade mid-draft? Like, bro, like that's tough.
I mean, hey, the thing is, I would say,
and you got
I think Ziegler, you're gonna be having a lot of calls. I would say you're gonna be having a lot of calls, or you're gonna make a lot of calls, because he's gonna do what's best for the Raiders organization. He said that. He said, "Oh, send the link, bro. I'm sending it to you right now, bro."
If they don't have a bathroom, like where they're drafting, like that's just like torture. Because like I would be pissing my pants for real. They're like bro, like chill out. Like I'm trying to.
I think here's the thing. So Ziegler said he wants to do what's best for the Raiders organization. So he is going to be answering a lot of calls. A lot of trades are going to probably happen with the Raiders. I just don't see because Walt really has me thinking, if you're passing on a rookie quarterback, would you trade for Davis Mills? Or hell, Walt, I think Sean brought it up, or you may have brought it up, trading for Mac Jones. Would you trade for Mac Jones?
The Mac attack. Never say that again.
Oh, I definitely will. Walt. I definitely will. I would tell Doxson Wasted. I'm like, hey, Walt, general manager Walt called it. He made the call. Shout out to the numbers. The number says next year's quarterback. Take a next year quarterback. Shout out to Sean Johnson saying The Tennessee Titans have been making calls to possibly move up and pick Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud. Vrabel and Stroud are both Ohio State guys. I've seen that too. I've seen Tennessee going up to number 3 with the Cardinals. And the thing is, the Tennessee Titans will have more to offer than the Raiders because they're jumping over almost everybody to go up to number 3. So I wouldn't be surprised on that. And K-Town, I sent you the link. Check your IG, brother. Shout out to John Sweeney. Upgrading our defense is essential. If we are to move forward, we need to make it our top priority. And John Sweeney, that's where the discussion is. The discussion is, do we want to go trade up for a quarterback in like CJ Stroud, or do we trade back, grab more draft picks, and use that to build this defense? But also, do we use it to trade for like guys like Mac Jones, or do we use draft capital to trade for guys like Davis Mills? Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do there? What do you think? What do you think about that, Nate? What do you think about that?
What happens if?
Like, what do you think about possibly trading for Mac Jones, possibly trading for Davis Mills? Like, what do you think about those potential trade options? Like I said, we're gonna have a rookie quarterback sit for a year anyway.
Wait, are you talking about long neck? Are you talking about
Giraffe? We're talking about long neck bitch.
For giraffe?
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
I mean, I don't think Vegas has a zoo, so I don't think we would have a place for that. I don't think where would we put him? No, it's fine. I would rather have Mackey than Mills, to be honest. But that Mac Jones trade that he did bring up, that's my favorite. That's why I like that one. Or Mac Jones, that one, the trade where we go down to 14. I mess with it.
No, bro. Now you got me like, bro. Look at this.
That's crazy. That's crazy,
bro.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, man. This, bro. This man's neck, bro, is like that's crazy.
How do you form that? He had to train. He had to do some like exercises.
Dude, he's like doing like neck crunches or something.
Oh my god.
Hey, at least there's no excuse, bro. At least there's no excuse that there's no excuse that he can't see over the offensive line.
Bro, doesn't that give him like plus 2 inches? Like, bro.
Hey, no, wait, bro. Wait, hold on. I got another one. Hold on. Bro, hold on, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my gosh, bro.
Well, bro, they should use him instead of, bro, if they swapped him with the Toys R Us mascot, they would go back to business.
That's hella fucked up, bro.
I know.
Bro, this is what we're going to be working with next season. Hold on. This thing. Oh, here we go. Bro, so I think we're working with this. This is what we're going to be working with, bro. What about that?
Yo.
I see no difference, bro. I see no difference.
That's Davis Mills.
That's Davis Mills.
Oh, yeah, he would be OP. I'll take him. He looks OP as heck.
That's hella funny. I'm not taking him, bro. That neck is too fat. That neck is too much, bro. Shout out to Walt. Want to tell you about a diamond that the guy on Wasted new website had 30 diamonds, 30 days. Wait, what?
30 diamonds.
Oh, the diamond. Oh, the diamond is Payne Durham in the fifth. I know. I've been hearing a lot of Payne Durham. I've been hearing a lot of that name has came out a lot. I got to do my homework on him. So in case the Raiders do draft him, I know what we're getting, and I can break it down for you guys. We're gonna be staying on for a little bit more. We got 10 more minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Sean Johnson.
And then 5 o'clock, right?
We'll be back. We're gonna be back, guys. We're gonna have another live. It's good, Kane. It's good. Hey, Kane Town. We're gonna be going live later at 4:45. We're gonna have a draft, an NFL draft round 1 watch party. So, guys, tell a friend to tell a friend, as our brother Wasted would say. Share the link around, share the love. We are gonna have an NFL draft watch party at 4:45, and we're gonna watch the entire round 1. As you guys can see at the bottom, I got the draft order ready to go. I'm gonna be plugging in the names when the picks happens, right when they happen, so we all are on the same time. I'm not gonna be early on the draft picks. We are gonna get them the same time as you guys are gonna get them. So yes, stay tuned for that. 4:45 p.m. Pacific time, 7:45 Eastern time if you're living on the East Coast. So we'll hope to catch you guys later for that show. Sean says, I believe Dave Ziegler is going to make the best decision for the Raiders, and he would try to build this team with higher draft capital while stockpiling picks to move around the board. He knows the job. And Sean, I agree with you, man. I agree. The thing is, we hold Dave Ziegler to such a high standard because of how past GMs and past coaches have drafted in the first round. We got Alex Leatherwood, bust. He was gone right when McDaniels got here. He was like, bro, that's a waste of a pick. The first round has not been our best, our best work. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Dave Ziegler knows what he's doing. He knows how to build a team. He knows how to do what's right for the organization. I believe he's going to do what needs to be done to fix the Raiders. Now, I will ask you this. Does that mean we're going to see a lot of trades from Ziegler, Nate? Is he going to make a lot of trades? Do you agree with that? He's going to stockpile picks in order to use those picks for guys that he wants to get.
I hope there's movement, and usually when he makes a trade, he knows what to do. So
he traded for Devontae.
Yeah. So
he knew what he needed to give. He knew what he needed to give up.
Yeah.
And he made that trade.
So I mess with it. I like it. I like, when somebody trades, something's on their mind. So
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And then shout out to you all. Also, we love you guys. We love the support. And we will get more subs. It's thanks to the nation. It's thanks to the nation for spreading the channel around, spreading the love. And we're gonna be, it's draft weekend. We're gonna be on here.
That first draft.
Hey, it is our first draft. It is Raiders Primos first draft. We're coming up on a year, guys. I believe of starting Raiders. I think in August, Nate. In August is going to be our year.
I'll look back at it. Actually, no.
I think it's in August. August is going to be our year. So definitely, guys. Hopefully, when it does happen our year, we're at least at 500 subs. And we can have a celebration of our first year of being, Raiders content creators and just showing the nation the support, man. Showing the nation the support that you guys have shown us. We love you guys, and this channel would not have been possible without your guys' support. It would not be possible without Doc's support, without Wasted support, all the Mount Shieldmores, Samoan Raider, Kane Town, Big Mike, just giving SC Experience, Digital Prez, just all the support that we've gotten from other content creators, coming, basically starting our beginning would not have been possible. We just want to say thanks to all of them, all those content creators that have supported us and supported our growth over the past almost 8 months of doing Raiders Primos. We got a lot of big things coming, man. We still got a lot of big things coming. This is just the beginning. It is just the beginning. There's no way that this is, where we want to be at. We want to keep on growing. We want to keep on growing and growing, and so we can do more for you guys. So we thank you guys for the support.
It's going on 8 months.
8 months, yeah. I think a year is August, right? Yeah, a year. It'll be it's in August. I don't know the exact day, but we'll figure that out. Walt, make no mistake, Ziegler couldn't possibly do worse than Mayock and Gruden. Dude, this is facts, man. This is facts. Because Mayock, here's the thing. Mayock and Gruden were probably the most messed up front office you can possibly see. Gruden would handle the first, maybe second round picks, and then Mayock would handle the late round picks. Mayock hit Hunter Renfrow. He hit Max Crosby. That's all I got, really. I don't know who else he drafted that was a late round guy that he got that kind of panned out. But other than that, Mayock had more success than Gruden, which kind of pissed me off because I'm like, man, if only we let Mayock draft in the first round, and maybe we would get some top guys in the first round. But no, Gruden's ego, he fucked up on the first rounds. And that's probably the only reason I'm glad Gruden isn't here. Gruden, he did show he was a good coach, but man, did he suck at drafting. Dylan Parham worked out in the third last year. That's what gives me confidence, Sean, is that Ziegler, for what he did with little draft capital last year, I would say he had a decent draft class. He had a decent draft class. NFL draft best time of the year, yes, man. Man, Mayock drafted Arnett. Oh my goodness, Johnson. I would trade back and look to draft a quarterback in next year's draft. But hey, this is the Raiders, and all we can do is expect the unexpected. And John Sweeney, that's why I say, man, if you guys are free, tune in to our live. We're gonna give live reactions. If you guys want to see our stump faces, if we do something unexpected, bro, tune in, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the likes, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Man, it is gonna be a fun day today, bro. It is draft day, man. It is draft day, and I'm excited.
Draft day, let's go.
It is draft day. Before we close out, and hopefully we can get our brother Kane Town later. He is at work. Hopefully, he has a good day at work. Hopefully he does come on. Hey, but we're gonna be on for hours later tonight. So guys, do not forget 4:45 p.m. Pacific time, 7:45 Eastern time. Spread the word. Raiders Primos is where you want to be at. If you want to get live reactions, live updates on the draft, we are going to be talking about all 31 draft picks today. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit the bell so you guys can be updated when we go live. We're leaving it with this. This front office is silent and they're not showing their hand. And I love it. I love going into the draft day. I love going into draft day not knowing what we're going to do. Okay? I love not knowing what we're going to do. What about you, Nate? Do you like the way Ziegler and McDaniels are, like the way they move? That they're quiet. They're not telling the NFL media, oh, this is what we're going to do. This is who we're talking to. Like, do you like that?
I mean, you know what they say, the most silent is the most dangerous, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, Raiders Primos, in your live draft, you need to be ready to show trades and what is trades. I will be ready. Walt, thank you. I will be ready. I have my TV right in front of me, so I'm gonna be right on top of it. If trades happen, I'm gonna be also on ESPN on my laptop. So anything trades, that draft order is gonna change. I I am definitely going to be on top of it for you guys. I'm going to, bro, I'm telling you, Raiders Primos is going to be where you guys want to be at. It is going, as our brother Wasted, sorry to take his phrase, but it's going to be the place where you want to be. It is the place to be. General Manager Wall says predicts we trade down at 7. You know what? Let's do that. Before we go, let's predict what will the Raiders do at number 7. So Nate, starting with you, what are the Raiders going to do at number 7? You can either say they trade up, you can say they pick a player at 7, and you can even give us a player they will pick at 7, or will they trade down? What is your prediction?
They will trade down.
All right. I think they trade down also. I think they trade down from 7. Oh, Raider Gio. I know he's coming in late, but my goodness. Raider Gio, salute fellas, been a minute. Let's smash this draft. Raider Gio, we are going to be leaving here in a bit. Give us a few more minutes, guys. There is some things also I do want to share with you guys before we leave. But Raider Gio, we are going live later today. It is the Raiders NFL Draft Watch Party, and we are going to be going live at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time, 7:45 Eastern Time. So tell your friends, tell the family. Let's get as many Raider fans in the watch party, and let's see us kill round 1.
Let's go.
We should. But I want to give you guys some mock drafts from NFL executives, or not executives, but analysts.
Important people.
Lance Zernline from NFL Network. He has the Raiders picking Christian Gonzalez, cornerback, at number 7. The Raiders do not trade up, and they don't trade down. They pass on Jalen Carter. The Raiders pass on Jalen Carter, and they pick Christian Gonzalez. The Raiders could go in. This is Lance's explanation. The Raiders could go in several directions with this pick, but playing in a division with a couple of very talented quarterbacks could steer them toward Gonzalez, a big, fast, explosive, and fluid corner who really fills a need. So there it is. That is Lance Zernline's prediction. Right. They pass on Jalen Carter, and they pick Christian Gonzalez, given the division that they are in. I have been saying that. That based on the division, that's the way the Raiders need to go. How do you feel about that mock draft, Nate?
I know what he's talking about, because in the division, he's going based off of the division. The division that we're in is mostly in the air, ball moving, and
in the passing game. Yeah,
is because the Chiefs. I mean, they're kind of getting their running game going, but that's not where they primarily go. The Chargers, that boy don't even want to be there. And the Broncos, yeah, you get the idea.
I do. Raiders Primos, do you think it's 100% we take a quarterback in this draft? No. I don't think it's 100% we take a quarterback in this draft. I will say it's still like an 80%, maybe 75. I only say that because I'm hearing a lot of talks about next year's draft, specifically with the quarterback position in regards to the Raiders. That's the only reason I say that. Now, I don't want to talk about the 2024 draft so much because there's a lot of scenarios that can go down with the 2024 draft, but I don't want to talk about it. That's the only reason I say that. Van City, Raiders! Bro, Van City, another guy we haven't seen in a while, popping up in the chat. Love seeing all the support. But let's go on to the next guy. Peter Schrager, Good Morning Football host. He has the Raiders staying at number 7, and they pass on Christian Gonzalez. They pass on Anthony Richardson. They do not pass. No, he has actually Will Levis getting picked before them. So Jalen Carter and Devon Witherspoon are already gone. So he has the Raiders passing on Gonzalez, passing on Anthony Richardson, and he has the Raiders picking Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech, an edge. And his explanation was, I doubt the Raiders imagined Wilson would still be on the board at number 7. But here he is. Vegas has needs at corner and on the offensive line, but Wilson might have the biggest upside of any player in this draft. I don't think that's a good explanation, only because I wouldn't take Tyree Wilson. Bro, if Christian Gonzalez is there, Christian Gonzalez there before Tyree Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
That is where I'm at. Van City, my dog. Van City, we take T-Rex arms. I'm breaking shit. John Sweeney, the Raiders will take Jalen Carter at 7. Yeah, that's why Lance Zierlein's mock draft, that was crazy. He had the Raiders passing on Carter and taking Christian Gonzalez. But I think that is the discussion that rolls around. If there's Christian Gonzalez there and Carter's there, who do the Raiders pick? Bro, I'm excited, bro. We are 5 hours away from round 1 of the NFL draft kicking off. We are 5 hours away. I am excited. I'm like, let's just get it over with. But let's go with Daniel Jeremiah. Daniel Jeremiah. He has the Raiders also going with Christian Gonzalez at number 7. He said that the Raiders could go offensive line here, but the secondary needs help as well. And in the division with Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert, I'll go with the cornerback. I'm telling you guys. It's because of the division that the Raiders are in, and that is why people are guessing corner or defensive tackle, because based off the division you are in. Charles Davis, also from NFL Network, at 7. The Las Vegas Raiders, he has them passing on Christian Gonzalez, passing on Anthony Richardson, passing on Will Levis, passing on Peter Skoronski, Joey Porter, and he has them picking Tyree Wilson, another edge, or the same edge. The Raiders add to their pass rush in hopes of affecting the top quarterbacks in their division. I understand that, but I feel, again, you can get some late round guys in the second round. You can go get a defensive end in the second round or in the third round. I will go corner. I like Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Like, for me, Christian Gonzalez, like, the writing is on the wall to get Christian Gonzalez at number 7. This is Bucky Brooks. Bucky Brooks' mock draft. At number 7, he has the Las Vegas Raiders picking a scheme guy. Devin Witherspoon, cornerback out of Illinois, another top corner. I wouldn't be upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
Witherspoon coming in at 6'1". The ultra versatile Witherspoon perfectly fits into Patrick Graham's hybrid system. Now, I brought Bucky Brooks' mock draft up because specifically for his explanation. His explanation was the ultra versatile Witherspoon perfectly fits into Patrick Graham's hybrid defense. It's a scheme. It's a scheme thing. We talked about it last year, Nate, that we did not have guys that fit the scheme, and it showed on the field. So how would you feel getting Witherspoon instead of Gonzalez? Because you got Witherspoon who fits Patrick Graham's scheme. Would you like that pick?
Between Witherspoon and Gonzalez, I don't think there is a bad choice between the both, as long as you choose one.
I hear you. I like it. I really do like it. Let's go. Let's end it. Van City, at number 7, you should take Stroud, Carter, or Gonzalez, or Witherspoon. They take Max.
Maxie.
Bro, he's like, I'm burning my house. I'm burning my house down. All right, Van City, bro. I hope you get Miss Van City, and Vancini Jr. out of the house first before you
They
do.
can't sell this draft, yo. Like
That's what I'm saying, bro. They can't. There's no possible way you can fuck this up,
like bro, like
bro.
please don't waffle.
Hey, bro, Raiders Primos, bro. We're going. Hey, Vancini, tune in. I'll probably be burning my house down too. You're gonna see fire behind me. Like, you know what?
Nah, that's
I give a
GG,
fuck up,
bro.
bro. But anyways, guys, we're gonna sign off here. If, do not forget, guys, 4:45 Pacific time, 7:45 Eastern time is when we are gonna go live for NFL Draft Round 1. We are gonna be on top of everything, all the trades, all the selections, and we're gonna give our thoughts and opinions, our takes on everyone's draft pick. Surprises, we'll see. There's only one room for one Max on this team, and it's Max Crosby. Taking Max Duggan at 7 would be in this draft. Oh my goodness, bro! I don't even want to think about it. But anyways, guys, salute on the way out. Hit that like button, and if this is your first time, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 300 subs. We are, I believe, 8 subs away from 300. We can get there, guys. We can get there. And then after 300, it's 400, then 500, and we're just gonna keep on growing. So spread the link, spread the love, share it around, share it with family, share it with friends, share it with football fans. Anyone who likes to talk football, share it around. We love you guys. Take care. And we're gonna see you guys. We're gonna see you guys later for round 1 of the NFL 2023 draft.